Hey all, what's going on? Welcome back to me in the kitchen. Yes, tonight I have another great recipe. I'm going to be making meatloaf a different way. I'm going to be having meatloaf with some mushrooms and a brown gravy and with some mashed potatoes, homemade mashed potatoes on the side, with some kind of greens I'm going to dig out of my freezer. Yes, I've never made meatloaf that way and I'm really excited. I already have some brown gravy going on the stove right now, just to get that started beforehand. And so I have here some 80/20 meat. It's already just taken off from bowl. You know that I'm a single and I don't need this whole big pound, 2 pound thing of meat. This might be a little small, but I'm going to start this and then I'm going to go straight to the binder, which is the eggs. So you're going to get a couple eggs. And instead of cracking them right in, you're just going to crack them in a little container. And you're going to mix those up real quick. And you're going to throw those in there. You need your binder to keep everything all together. Real quick. Break the yolk. Break the other yolk. You can choose a little bit of a steeper bowl so that it won't run out like mine just did. That's fine. There's the binder. There we go. Okay, so I have that. I have some garlic powder. You don't need a whole lot of that. And you do not need a whole lot of onion powder, and I'll tell you why in a second. I have some Italian seasonings. I like to liberally throw in there. Salt. Pepper. Put in just a little bit of a binder. I also have Italian flavorings in the breadcrumbs too. If you're going to cook with a lot of spices and herbs to flavor your food. There's no reason for you to have anything that tastes bland. Get in there and break all that meat up and everything. Yes, sounds disgusting, looks disgusting, but it gives you really good. I need a little bit more binder. And now I'm going to show you what I made before this to put in here. If that makes any sense. So before this, what I did is I just took a couple of packets of brown gravy, did as the instructions said, put 1 cup of water per each packet, which is 2. And then what I did was I got this to thicken and everything, and then I put in 1 whole package of this onion soup recipe. And that's why I tell you not to add a whole lot of onion powder to the recipe here, because you already have it in the soup part. Be right back with that, because we're going to need a little bit of that, the brown gravy and the onion soup as the binder. Okay, so my brown gravy got really nice and hard, but I just need just a little bit of that. There. Okay, making sure that this is not too hot for me to start touching it with my hands. So all I did is I just took some of that brown gravy and onion recipe mix and put it in with the meatloaf to bind it. That's it. Super easy. Super easy. And as soon as you get everything to being in the consistency that you want, and everything is starting to come together, you're going to just keep on rounding it out. don't pack it too much. You don't want to pack down. And then, because I'm going to use this as a brown gravy meatloaf, I'm going to put it in a casserole dish and not a loaf pan. Okay, I'm going to try to somewhat form it long ways. Give it some shape here. This is looking really, really good. There. I think that that is perfect. It is just perfect, darling. Don't work it too much. Just let it go. Okay, so that's the start of the meatloaf. I've already had, like I said, the brown gravy and the onion soup recipe sitting over on the stove. I got a lot, I got very thick, very quickly. So what I'm going to do is, it's already thick. I'm just going to run some water under it and make it nice and loosey-goosey, and that way I can cover the gravy on top of the meatloaf while it cooks. Come on down. Keep on looking, keep on watching. And I'm just doing this pretty much just by guessing, and I mean, technically I don't know what I'm doing, but this is what I assume how you cook a really yummy meatloaf with all those flavorings in there. So I'm just going to do that. And I'm probably going to put this in the oven for about a good hour and a half. For the first hour, I'm just going to let it cook, maybe hour, 15 minutes. Depends on your oven. And again, I'm kind of just trying this by, you know, sight and see. I don't have a specific recipe. This is just kind of throwing this together in my mind. And also, I will put mushrooms in here, but not until about probably 20 minutes before this is done. Because if you put the mushrooms in here now, then they are going to be little microscopic bits by the time you get done. And you definitely want nice sized mushrooms. So in the oven this goes. Okay, so I'm back. I think the meatloaf is just almost done. I'm going to throw in those mushrooms and let it cook for just 20 more minutes. Usually I have my meat thermometer. I don't know where it went. It just up and walked out of my kitchen. So I'm just going to make an assessment that it's not done yet. I'm going to give it 20 more minutes. That also can give time for the mushrooms and all the flavor of that to get into all the gravy. And what I'm just going to do is, this is already pre-sliced, pre-packaged. I don't have to do anything. All I have to do is just take some mushrooms, put them around the outside, get them in that nice juice right there. Put as many as you want. I am a mushroom girl. I love mushrooms. I don't think that you could possibly ever have enough mushrooms in a dish for me. Especially they're going to shrink in the next 20 minutes. Now my potatoes are already done, almost. They're done cooking. I just haven't put them together yet. Okay, get all those nice mushrooms in there. I'm going to put that back in the oven for a good 15-20 minutes, and it should be done very soon. And take those potatoes and put them right in there. Oh, those are nice. Those look nice. And this is just for yourself, or just for you and another person. You know, it's just nice to do something for yourself. And even if that makes making homemade mashed potatoes instead of those instant pouch ones, then go for it. Just go for it. But you still want a really nice, tasty, delicious mashed potato. Now, if you want to go one up and actually get out the hand mixer and do this, make it all look smooth and beautiful, go do that. But I just don't. I don't want to go the extra mile. I'm already going the extra mile. And also, the secret with this is everybody always pours in all the milk and then like, oh my gosh, I have too much milk, not enough potato. Just go slow with the milk. At some point, get that out of the way. A little bit more butter back in there. You probably know you're going to put a little bit more butter on top, but I'm a butter tin. And this is just for me. Nobody's going to eat it but me. Oh, there we go. Okay, everything is done. I took the meatloaf out. I let it rest for a minute. I cut it up. It looks kind of heinous right now, but it's going to taste so good. So, of course, I took the 2 big pieces in the middle. So that is the meatloaf. It is really, really, it's nice and crisp on top. And it's really nice and tender on the inside. Still has all those mushrooms on the inside with all those juices and everything. And I can't wait to plate this up. So let's go. I'm so hungry. Some mashed potatoes. You know me, I'm a meat and mashed potato girl. Warming on the stove. Don't mind the looks of it. And it looks chunky, but it has that onion soup mixture in there. So I'm going to put that beautiful, nice gravy. Oh yeah. Oh yes, that looks so good. And then now I can take all the mushrooms that we're cooking in this little casserole dish and place them on top of that thick gravy. Oh, sorry for the scraping. If you have more mushrooms for the next time you preheat this or cook this up, take all the mushrooms you want. Oh, child. Of course, I have to have something a little colorful. Some greens, green beans, some peas, corn, carrots, lima beans. Get all that stuff on that plate. There we go. Make it look somewhat kind of festive. Okay, I have my plate. Oh, mushroom fell off. Hello, honey. No, it's just a mushroom. Let's try some of that gravy in that potato. Wow, it's really good, really tangy. I think next time what I might do is put a package of the onion soup in, not the whole thing. Because when you make gravy and the onion soup, it has a lot of sodium. So I might cut it down to half next time. But I love that flavor profile though. It's really, really good. Okay, here is what I have been waiting for. A piece of meatloaf with the brown gravy on it. Oh yes, I've been waiting for you, baby. You and I are gonna have some fun tonight. Amazing, amazing. What I was not expecting in that bite was because I put the brown gravy around the side of the meatloaf. The meatloaf on the top actually kind of got like a really good, nice thick layer of crunch. So even though it had gravy and like of that au jus, that juice from the meat, it was still really nice and crunchy. Oh my gosh. Fantastic. Yay me. Go me. Go me. Go me. Go me. Go me. I am so happy. I'm going to sit down and eat dinner right now while it's hot. Thank you so much for watching. I love you so much, and I'll see you next time with Karen in the kitchen. Bye, y'all.